Hey everyone, and welcome back to the channel. Today, we're re-diving into a topic that so many of you have asked about. How to actually stay motivated when you're re-chasing a big goal. It's easy to feel fired up at the start, right? You've got this grand vision, you're full of energy. But then a few weeks or months go by, and that initial spark starts to fade. Life gets in the way, you hit a roadblock, and suddenly, binge-watching a new series feels a lot more appealing than working on your project. So, what's the secret? How do the people who actually achieve those massive goals, like starting a business, running a marathon, or mastering a new skill, keep going when things get tough? Well, one of the biggest misconceptions about motivation is that it's this magical feeling that just appears. We wait to feel motivated before we start working. But in reality, it's the other way around. Action creates motivation. Think about it. On days when you really don't want to go to the gym, if you can just convince yourself to put on your workout clothes and walk through the door, what happens? 9 times out of 10, once you start moving, you feel better and you finish the workout. The simple act of starting builds momentum. This is what author James Clear calls the 2-minute rule. Whatever your goal is, break it down into a tiny 2-minute action. Want to write a book? Just open your laptop and write 1 sentence. Want to learn guitar? Pick it up and play for 2 minutes. This makes it so easy to start that you can't say no. And once you've started, it's much easier to continue. Another huge factor is your why. Why did you set this goal in the first place? If your reason isn't strong enough, you'll give up at the first sign of trouble. Your why has to be something that deeply resonates with you. It can't just be about money or impressing others, because those are external motivators and they're not very reliable. Your why should be personal. Maybe you want to get fit to have more energy for your kids. Maybe you want to start a side hustle to gain financial freedom and control over your time. Write down your why and put it somewhere you can see it every single day, on your bathroom mirror, as your phone's wallpaper, anywhere. When you feel like quitting, that reminder will be your anchor. It connects your daily, sometimes boring tasks to your ultimate, meaningful purpose. Let's also talk about the environment you're in. It plays a massive role in your motivation. If your goal is to eat healthier, but your kitchen is filled with junk food, you're basically setting yourself up for failure. You're relying on willpower alone, and willpower is a finite resource. Instead of fighting temptation all day, make it easier to make good choices. Design your environment for success. If you want to read more, leave a book on your pillow. If you want to waste less time on your phone, put it in another room when you're working. You want to make your desired habits the path of least resistance. And what about those inevitable bad days? The days where nothing goes right and you feel like you've made zero progress. This is where a lot of people quit. They see one failure as a sign that they should just give up entirely. But successful people view failure differently. They see it as feedback. It's data. Okay, that approach didn't work. What can I learn from this? What can I try differently tomorrow? This mindset shift is crucial. It's not about being perfect. It's about being persistent. It's about having what psychologist Carol Dweck calls a growth mindset. The belief that your abilities can be developed through dedication and hard work. A practical tip for dealing with setbacks is to track your progress. But don't just track the outcome. Track your effort. You can't always control whether you lose 2 pounds in a week, but you can control whether you show up for your workouts. Celebrate the fact that you showed up. Keep a log of the days you've stuck to your new habit. When you look back and see a long chain of successes, you won't want to break it. This gives you a sense of accomplishment and proves to yourself that you are the kind of person who follows through. Another powerful tool is accountability. Tell someone you trust about your goal. This could be a friend, a family member, or a mentor. Just the act of saying your goal out loud to another person makes it more real. Ask them to check in with you. Knowing that someone is going to ask you about your progress can be an incredibly powerful motivator to get things done, especially on days when you don't feel like it. There are even online communities and mastermind groups dedicated to this. Surrounding yourself with people who are also striving for their goals creates a positive, supportive energy that is absolutely contagious. You start to normalize ambition and hard work. And let's not forget the importance of rest. We live in a culture that glorifies burnout, but grinding 24/7 is the fastest way to kill your motivation. Your brain and body need time to recover and recharge. If you're constantly exhausted, you won't have the mental or physical energy to pursue your goals. So, schedule downtime, just like you schedule work. Make sure you're getting enough sleep. Take breaks throughout the day. Go for a walk. Spend time on hobbies that have nothing to do with your main goal. Rest isn't lazy, it's a strategic part of the process. It prevents burnout and allows you to come back to your work refreshed and with a new perspective. Think of it like a marathon, not a sprint. You have to pace yourself. Some days you'll feel like you're flying, and other days you'll feel like you're crawling. Both are part of the journey. The key is to just keep moving forward, no matter how small the step. Forgive yourself for the off days and celebrate the small wins along the way. Did you stick to your 2-minute rule today? Great. That's a win. Did you choose the healthy option for lunch? Fantastic. Acknowledge it. This positive reinforcement trains your brain to associate good habits with good feelings, making you more likely to repeat them. So, to wrap it all up, stop waiting for motivation to strike. Start with a tiny 2-minute action to build momentum. Connect with a powerful personal why that will carry you through tough times. Design your environment to make good choices easy. Embrace failure as a learning opportunity, not a dead end. Track your effort, not just your results, and get an accountability partner to keep you on track. And finally, don't forget to rest and recharge. Motivation isn't a one-time fix. It's a system you build, a practice you cultivate every single day. What are some of your biggest struggles with motivation? And what tips have worked for you? Let us know down in the comment side. Love to read them and continue the conversation. Thanks so much for watching, and if you found this helpful, be sure to hit that like button and subscribe for more videos just like this one. We'll see you in the next one.